Alright, welcome fellow collectors. Once again, this is Optical 20 for another video review. This time it's for X-Men Days of Future Past and Wolverine. I've been wanting this figure for a while now, although I'm a bit disappointed, and I'll tell you later. As usual, we'll start off with a box. Pretty cool looking box. I do like the artwork. It shows you the Wolverine with the X on it. As you can see there at the bottom part, you can see the Sentinel. And on the top X, you can see some rubbles and whatnot. It looks like the apocalypse setting of the film. But overall, I do like the fact that they use the actual image of Hugh Jackman in here. I really, classy presentation. And also on the back, it's a pretty cool image of Hugh Jackman shouting here. You can still see the X-Men Days of Future Past Wolverine and all those little tiny pieces. I guess they kind of simulate the fact that he is transitioning from one, time to another. So that's a cool touch right there. And at the bottom, you can see some, a wall of text basically. It's a normal shoe type box, as you would see here. Nothing too fancy, typical for an MMS release. There you go, so you just remove it here. Although I really do dig the packaging, it all comes down to that. Does it look tacky? This one does not. It looks pretty good. You can see even the inlay is just a pure X. Normally they would use the actual figure itself, but this time they didn't. And as you can see there, that is the plastic prison, so to speak, of the figure with all of its accessories, which comes with two. Yeah. And speaking of accessories, here we go. This is not gonna take long. So, instruction sheet. You know what? I'm not even gonna do a commentary in here while you're seeing this. Is the standard base. All in all, this is what I'm really disappointed about this release, is the fact that it does not come with any accessories. And you can make the argument that yes, he doesn't come with much. Claws are, it's a given. It's Wolverine, but you can include. If it was up to me, I would include a diorama base, maybe a Sentinel that's kind of a dead Sentinel, or a rubble, or something like stones, kind of like with Thor. Maybe a dynamic stand. I don't know. Just make the value worth it, so to speak. I mean, you give him, this is a cool hand, like I said, and. Although I would say I think the claws have improved somewhat. I think they kind of spread out more towards the. I could be wrong. I don't have the old Wolverine anymore. But yeah, and this is the relaxed palm hands. Nice leather gloves right there. You can even see the indentation of his claws where it does come out. There you go. You can see that in between his knuckles, which is cool. Nice touch. Don't get me wrong. Not complaining about his hands, but they are standard. Every time you buy a figure, you expect a bunch of hands anyway. You expect a base and you expect a instruction sheet. So this is really nothing special that Hot Toys did do. And to warrant the price, it's $250. I don't know if it's really worth it. Moving along, although the lack of accessories, I would say he kind of made it up on the outfit, which we're tackling right now. It's really phenomenal. It's a great figure. As you can see, the pants, there's some weathering on it. You can see some ripped parts. The belt is nicely made. The armor on his chest, it's plastic, so that kind of kills any ab articulation, but me myself, I'm not even gonna use that. And on the chest, you can see there's some weathering on the metal parts. The overall costume is just terrific. The figure itself, I have no complaints whatsoever. I think it was made phenomenal. Also on the side, as you can see, the fabric that they use, this orange thingy, that I don't know, the symbol or whatnot. The fabric is phenomenal because it's not restricting any poses, and you're not in constant fear that you are gonna break it or tear it. Kind of like with Spider-Man. You don't have the same fear as you have with this outfit. And also going down, you can see that his armor plates, they're glued on, but I saw in one review that it's kind of part of the body. I'm not quite sure about that. So you can see the claws and the knee pads, and you know, really cool weathering on his shoe. And I'll just demonstrate it to you. You know, it's supposed to be one boot, but I like the fact that they kind of separated like a shin guard, so it gives you more ankle articulation, which is the ankle is kind of weak anyway. So there you go. Even on the back of the shoe, of his boots, you can see there his knee pads. It's not glued on, so it has a Velcro in the back. Also has a belt. I don't know how easy it is or how hard it is to remove his armor. That's something that I won't do. I want to see it with customizers and whatnot, because as you saw earlier, I mean, it's really nice texturing. It's kind of hard plastic. So like I said, kind of negates any articulation thing that you're gonna do. But yeah, underneath there's like a yellow thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, there you go, on his side, maybe like an homage to his old costume. I don't know. But even his armors on his arms has weathering. As you can see, there's a double jointed elbow, so that's cool. You know, I like that. And I was mentioning earlier, the fabric is really thin, but it looks strong. You know, it looks durable. Unlike the Man of Steel or something. I don't know. Maybe the Man of Steel is durable as well. I'm just kind of scared to, you know, give him some dynamic poses, because you don't want it to, I don't know, if rip or, you know, have some marks over time. And also the knee. This is a good surprise. He does have a knee pad, but it doesn't hinder any articulation as far as double jointed knee, because of the fact that the knee pad is cut into two. You know, it's in halves. So there's a top part and a bottom part, so it doesn't, you know, stiffen the knee. So even if you do some poses where you're required to bend the knee, especially double jointed, it doesn't hinder any articulation as far as that is concerned. And moving up, so you can see his claws, pretty cool, just standard Wolverine. And moving along to his head sculpt, this is basically what you paid for. This is, I would say, worth $200, and then maybe $150, and you paid, you know, $100 for the costume, because like I said, you won't get your money's worth as far as accessories and whatnot. But the head sculpt is just phenomenal. Can't say nothing about it. You know, the hair, the eyes, the wrinkles. He's supposed to be older in this film. And the problem with the Wolverine 1 is gone. You know, the previous Wolverine, he doesn't have a stash anymore. So it's good old mutton chops. It's actually thicker as well. As you can see here, it's not just painted, so it's kind of embossed. As you saw earlier on the cover, it looks like his mutton chops is a bit thicker. But I do like the fact that, you know, they didn't make it so bushy, because now it's more versatile. You can put this head elsewhere. And on the back, you know, he doesn't have the spiky hair like in the Wolverine, the Japanese version. But I think, as you can see, the gray hairs on the side, I think it captures the film really quite well, the Days of Future Past film. These are stages of Wolverine, I understand, but you know what, honestly, I didn't find the Wolverine like a bad looking head sculpt as well. I think it's not tremendous, it's not as great as this, but it's not bad. It's not Last Stand bad, so I can live with that. Although I don't have the figure anymore, I sold it to my good buddy Frank. There you go. I don't know if he's gonna get this as well, but you got that little hair. It's a separate piece, so gotta be careful. I don't think it's gonna go off or anything like that, but yeah, it was phenomenal. And as far as this is concerned, you're looking cool. You know, just throwing some poses out there. And you know, I'm not even gonna do a commentary while you're there. So basically, I'm gonna put two poses. But just my overall thoughts on this figure. Good looking figure, no doubt about it. You can do a lot of poses. He's not limited, unlike other Wolverine. He does have the costume. I know that's one of the gripes of some collectors on the previous release, which is he's not in a costume, so I felt that it's not Wolverine. In my opinion, Wolverine, the wife beater look with a white shirt and everything, I think that's more iconic than this look. He wore this costume for the duration of the movie, which is around like 5 minutes, maybe less than that, and for the most part he was sleeping on it. So as far as being more iconic, this is not iconic. I mean, it does look like a costume, don't get me wrong. would I take this over the funeral outfit? Yes, I would. Yeah, overall this is a lot better than the Wolverine figure in my opinion. But is it worth $250? No, obviously not. If it was $220, maybe, you know what, I'll take it. You know, no complaints, because Gamora is what, almost $200 with shipping. But the fact that it's $250 comes with absolutely nothing is just mind-blowing to me. So there it is. That's the entire review. It's actually under 12 minutes. You know, this is the first time, maybe my shortest review of a Hot Toys figure. Overall reaction, would I recommend this? It's a great looking figure. Maybe personally, if I wasn't doing YouTube videos, I would wait till we get you get a discount or whatnot. But you know, obviously I want to put it out there. Maybe I'll sell this too, I don't know, who knows. But is it a keeper? If you're a big Wolverine fan, why not? You know, but if this is gonna be your first Hot Toys, I would say there's other things out there that's maybe worth your money. Maybe Star-Lord is a lot better, 2 heads and everything, you know, a bunch of accessories and lower priced. Alright, so thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and till next time.